Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back. So, let's talk about Army of the Dead, which is Netflix's new zombie movie. Actually, it's Zack Snyder's, and it's his long-awaited zombie sequel to Dawn of the Dead. Or it's not a sequel, I guess, to that movie, but it's his next zombie movie. People have been waiting for this for a while, and I just saw this on Netflix, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna review this movie, I think. I'm gonna watch it, and if I like it, or if I have thoughts on it anyways, even if I didn't like it, if I have thoughts on it, I'm gonna review it, and I watched it, and surprisingly, I actually liked it. I wasn't expecting that. First of all, I do have to say that this will contain spoilers for the movie, so if you have watched the movie, then yeah, you're safe, because I'm talking about everything spoilery in this movie. And if you haven't yet, then, I mean, I guess if you don't care for spoilers, but the one thing that I really like about this movie is just how honest it is. I think that's the thing, because Walking Dead is like the biggest zombie thing that's really ever existed, right? And so when you get something new like this, something very different where it's an honest take, and it literally would be like it is in real life, everyone's attitudes, the content, there's some nudity on here. All that kind of stuff is like if HBO had The Walking Dead sort of thing, right? Like it's something that it's a little more honest, it's a little more realistic. It's real life. It's people swearing really gruesome, brutal shit, and it is just, it's so much fun. And it's interesting because I'm so used to The Walking Dead, and obviously they can't do a lot of that stuff because they're on television, this and that, so they can't do all of that. I imagine the movies, maybe they will change it up a little bit, but then again, there is a Walking Dead brand. You don't want to change too much from that, but I don't know if anyone would really complain about it for one. But anyways, I just loved the opening sequence, and that's where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep watching this movie because that one guy and that girl in that truck, like before or I guess when they collided into the semi, I mean, at least he went out happy. And also that zombie dude or whatever, when he took his jaw out, that, like, when you hear the crack, man, it was gruesome. And that's the thing about this movie, is there's a lot of gruesome death scenes in here, and I'm pretty sure all of it is CGI. I'm like fairly certain all of it is CGI. But what I do like about this is that you turn instantly. That's kind of cool. Like on The Walking Dead, sometimes you turn instantly, but sometimes you don't. And there's also like different variations. Like if you end up turning by one of the shamblers, I guess is what they're calling them, then you just become one of them. But if you end up turning by, like, I guess they're calling him Zeus, or like the king zombie, then you become smarter and a lot just, yeah, more intelligent. And what's also cool is that some zombies hibernate, like they'll just kind of stand there frozen, and I guess they awaken if you make too much noise, or if I guess there's light and all that. But that was different. There were zombie tigers in here, that, and a zombie horse, I guess, but the zombie tigers are obviously pretty terrifying, which reminds me, I guess let's talk about the cast. We do have Gareth Dillahunt, which obviously he plays John Dory on Fear the Walking Dead, and he plays a character named Martin. He is nothing like John Dory on Fear the Walking Dead. He is an asshole. I didn't like him at all on this, but yeah, he totally killed Chambers. I don't know what her name was, or whatever her name was there, and also tried to screw over that other girl. And yeah, he eventually dies in the movie, but it was still kind of cool to see him do something different, and it was zombie focused, and he was playing an entirely new character, which was kind of cool. And his death actually reminded me of the death of, I don't know who that is. It's Alice's husband in Resident Evil 1. Because he dies by the liquor, clicker, or not clicker. I think it's the liquor. It's those monsters are monsters, but those like tiger-like things with the long tongues, whatever, in Resident Evil. Our main character, his name is Scott Ward. He also has a daughter. I believe her name was Kate, and he's played by Dave Bautista. And I'm not exactly sure who the daughter was played by. I didn't recognize any of the cast for the most part. A few of them I did, but most of them I didn't. I think what was really cool about this is, first of all, the movie's called Army of the Dead. And so it's kind of like, like they take I mean, it's most movies, right? Like there's like Of the Dead. So there was like Night of the Living Dead, or Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead, and etc. This one, Army of the Dead, it actually felt like that too. Like it actually felt like there was an army. I mean, there was no, like, I was expecting some type of big thing at the very ending, where it was like you had a bunch of people with like machine guns and all of that, like an actual real legit army versus the zombie army. But I still think it worked out pretty well. I did like the ending. I've been seeing this movie getting bad reviews, and I don't really understand it completely, to be honest. I don't understand the bad reviews. This movie's not like amazing. It's not going to blow you away amazing, but it's a fun zombie movie. That's exactly what I would say. It's a fun zombie movie. I really recommend everyone to check it out. If you love zombies, if you love The Walking Dead, check this out, especially if you're a fan of Fear the Walking Dead. you're going to like Gareth Dillahunt's character in here. Well, you're not going to like it, but it's fun to see him playing someone different than he usually does on Fear the Walking Dead. The whole quest here, and I guess the premise, of the movie is go into Las Vegas. Well, we were in Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure, but basically go into a casino, take all that money, go up to a helicopter on top of this of the casino, I guess, and then leave. And obviously things are going to go wrong. And I don't want to spoil too much here in case you guys haven't actually watched it yet, but it's a fun journey, like them going through all of that. And the characters are hilarious. The characters are fun. Some of them are assholes, but then they do get what they deserve in the end. And there's also a cliffhanger here at the end. And I guess I won't spoil that just in case, like, yeah, why would I spoil this movie that much? There's really no point. So I really do recommend you guys to check this movie out. The main character, Scott Ward, is awesome. It really does focus on him and his journey of, I guess, repairing his relationship with his daughter. And it does work out in the end. He does repair his relationship with his daughter. And we are supposed to get 2 prequels to this. I think one is like an animated prequel. I'm not sure about the other one, which is kind of interesting. Like I am interested in it. This movie, I did like it. And the whole thing too, I guess I should add, is the fact that a nuke is going to get dropped on Las Vegas. And so they have to go in there, take that money and get out. And they get a big portion of the money. So that's why they're like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to do that. And so it's kind of like a heist mission in a sense. And they got to go in there, take all that money and then get out. And then there's some complications, things happen. And yeah, I'm not going to say too much more about it, but I really enjoy this movie. I think you guys would too. And if you want gruesomeness, because there's some really gruesome deaths in this movie, like I can't show it here, obviously, but there's some like visually pretty messed up stuff here in this movie. And it is CGI, I'm pretty sure, like I said, but it looks really real. It looks cool. Obviously, if that was practical, that would look amazing. It would look just phenomenal. But yeah, this movie's a high recommend from me. So if you have watched it, post your thoughts down below on the movie. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.